Okay.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Isabel. I'm the author of The Art of Owning Your Story.
Yeah, I'm Richard. I'm also the author of Mindset's Bare Naked Thoughts of an Entrepreneur.
Yeah, so this is the 6th episodes of our Walk the Talk series.
Yep.
We just launched our book 2 weeks already, right?
Yeah,
2
2
weeks
weeks
ago.
already.
Yeah, so this week we are going to explore the topic of being honest and loving our imperfections.
Yep. You want to go first?
All right. So, well,
What's your
Yeah.
idea of being honest?
yeah, because I just you just wrote an article called Being Honest, and I just wrote an article about the biggest life lesson I learned from self-publishing,
Yeah.
which is to love my imperfections. That's why I feel like there's a lot of resonation there.
Yeah.
And for me, loving my imperfection is something that I learned like with my heart from the journey of self-publishing.
Yeah.
Because I had a lot of insecurity in the past in the entrepreneur scene, because I don't feel like an entrepreneur when everyone is like talking about business model, product market fit, scaling their business, and all that like very technical, analytic, and strategic stuff. I just wasn't that type of person. I am not that kind of person. So yeah, I always feel like a misfit in the entrepreneur scene, and which is why I've been like recording my journey of figuring out, my journey of trying things. So my character is that I started a business when I was 25, and I had no idea what the real world was and what I was doing. So my approach is that I use my courage and naivety as my currency.
Yeah.
So not knowing things helped me to sort of just get into it, because you are fearless, you don't know what to fear.
Yeah.
And I just learned along the way, and then when things doesn't feel right, I quit, I stop, and then I keep exploring new things, keep following my intuition.
Yeah.
So I always start things before I'm ready. I never ever have a business plan.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I feel like a misfit. It's like
Yeah.
when everyone is talking about all those like big things, raising fund and building company, I was like,
Yeah. So you're more like a creator.
yeah, I'm a creator. So like writing this book helps me to recognize that I'm a creative person, and I'm not the analytic type of person. So yeah, it does help me to accept who I am. And also because after getting this book out, does anyone tell you that you're inspiring?
Quite a number of them. I had one note that just came into me recently, 2 days ago, saying that she liked my book so much that she's going to put her book on her table so that she can see it every day.
That's awesome.
And I think that's the one thing that would change that would actually determine why we do what we do.
Yeah, so for everyone who is watching us, thank you so much for saying that, because I get that comment as well.
Yeah.
When one person tell me that I'm inspiring, I felt like an imposter. I was like, am I? I'm just telling my story. So when the second person and the third person, when more and more person tell me that I'm inspiring, I was like, so I started to think, what makes me inspiring? So what have I done? And that was when I realized that it's because I'm honest about my experience. I'm honest about not knowing things. I'm honest about I'm still figuring out. It's like that vulnerability and being able to say that you don't know and just be authentic about it. It's like not trying to not pretending that you know something. I think that is what makes people say that you're inspiring. Because you're real. So that's what I learned from
being honest.
From my journey, from our journey of self-publishing.
Okay.
Yeah. So what makes you say that being honest is important?
Yeah, the article I wrote about being honest, whether you are creating a company or whether you're in a corporate, is very, very important, because I learned a lot from venture capitalists, my mentors, company builders, even partners in the corporate. And they always preach about being honest about what you're trying to do. And there's only one thing that matters most when you're doing work that's important, which is to create value for people. Yeah, and you're really honest about it. I mean, if you look at it, right, you are striving to create value for people all the time. There'll be times where you probably fail, or you will get into a situation where you just don't know what to do. And that point in time, you got to be really honest yourself and the people you're with. Whether it's a VC or an investor or your partner, you just got to say that I don't think I'll be able to move on anymore because maybe particularly I don't have this skill, and I think someone else may be able to do a better job than me, or I've lost the drive to go on. It will impact the company, and I will not be able to bring value. And all this kind of thing really matters a lot, because in the world of business, you have to be really honest with each other. Because emotions, there's a lot of emotional drive in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're not honest with the person you're working with, right, a lot of problems will come up. So it happens all the time. I try to be as honest as possible. If I'm having challenges at home, I'll talk to my wife, or I'll talk to my friends, or if a VC asks me something that, how's my job going, or how's my progress going, I just tell the truth. And if you tell the truth, the good thing is that maybe they can help you.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So for you, right, to come to the conclusion or to come to the lesson that being honest is important, is there a specific event that helps you learn that, or have you worked with anyone who is dishonest and caused you pain before?
Wow, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
I think I just initially I didn't really like how some people portray themselves as perfect.
Yeah.
And how everything is going fine for them, because I know that's not the truth. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of everything is not fine and dandy when you're trying to create change.
Yeah, correct.
And I really like it when someone is really honest about their journey, because I can connect with them very well. If I meet someone who says everything is fine, my company is growing, I got 10 people, I'm expanding and everything, I mean, yeah, great for you, but I cannot connect with you.
Yeah, and I don't believe that as well.
Yeah, because all businesses, okay, I've interviewed 8 people, and all 8 people are going through their journey.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's easy, then everyone should just quit their job and do something. Or even in the corporate, if everything is easy, then life will be pretty boring, right? And everybody will be creating change every single day. So it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, and I feel that being in business, right, or entrepreneurship, trying to build something from scratch, trying to build a new solution without knowing what's on the other side.
Yeah.
You will go through the struggle.
Yeah.
You will, because it's a constant struggle. It's like, am I on the right path?
Yeah.
Should I keep going? It's a very big question that you have to keep checking in with yourself.
Yeah.
And that kind of struggle, well, it's painful, but I feel like the more you struggle, the more you grow.
Yep, definitely.
The stronger you become, the inner fortitude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have to go through that to be able to become bigger and bigger and being able to tackle a bigger and bigger challenge.
Yeah.
Because I just did an interview with a person the owner of a Medium publication from Tanzania. So he asked me one question. He asked me if you can go back in time, is there anything that you would change?
Yeah.
It only took me 2 seconds to give him an answer, which is there's nothing that I would change. Yeah, because to me, all the things that didn't work out, all the things that seems like a failure, in the hindsight, is the most valuable thing that you can ever have.
Yeah.
Because without that, you wouldn't have the feedback. You wouldn't know what's the truth.
Yeah.
Because you no longer rely on other people to tell you what's right and what's wrong, but you went through it yourself to go through that, figure out, and then the truth that come out of it, nothing and no one can ever change that or take that from you.
Yeah. And also the other part of failure is that when you do go into starting a business, or even in the corporate, when you're trying to create a product or something like that, usually the failures will come when you meet the customer for the first time and you're trying to introduce a product. Even the book that I have passed over to someone, there are 1 or 2 instances where there's a little bit of a glitch to it, which my customer actually told me about, which is fine. Sometimes you miss out something, but the fact of the matter is, if you don't meet the customers or you don't really go into to swim with the, to swim in the pond with all the alligators and everything, you will not be able to get the feedback that you need. And usually the feedback that you need is painful, because these are all failures that you have done in order to learn all this feedback.
Yeah, and then for our book launch also, we were talking that like we might not have chosen the best time because it was Qingming, and most of our friends have to go back to their hometown. But the thing about all this, like, you know, creating things or making things happen is that I feel like there's no perfect timing. Yeah, you just have to strike when you are never ready. You're
never ready.
You strike. When you strike, that's the time when you're ready. Yeah, because I feel like when people ask like when's the best time to start a business, should you have like build a safety net first, and where do you build your safety net and all that things, right? If you think too much about it, it's a burden. It's like your thoughts is a burden, your mind is a burden.
There's a lot of things to talk about when it comes to change, and I'm sure all of you are listening probably agree with us that change could be very painful. Introducing change to a client's environment is also very painful. Introducing change in the corporate where your bosses and the CEOs is giving a different directives is painful. Change is painful.
Yeah, what's your most painful change?
I think my most painful change is always jumping between companies.
Right.
So there are a few of them. Like the current one that I'm facing right now is I'm jumping out of the tech company that I've created with my partner. We both agreed that the company can still run with him and his other partner to build more web applications, while I go on to create another company called Petals.
Yeah.
But the pain multifolds when you have a family and a kid. Because they are absorbing your risk, especially your little kid. So the most important stakeholder right now is my wife and my kid. And it's really painful to go down this path of entrepreneurship again, knowing that your family relies on you to some extent, so you better not screw up, right?
Yeah.
But it has to be done because I believe in the product and the value it's going to create for other people.
Yeah.
And it's worth going down that path again. I'm not going to create a product just to make the buck, but it has to be a product that creates a lot of value for others. Then it's worthwhile. Yeah. So, in your case, what's your
most painful change? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The most painful and
most painful. There are a lot of painful transition because every transition is painful. Say like when I first, I think the most painful change is when you don't know what's on the other side. Because when I shift from corporate to coffee industry, it wasn't that painful. I'm quite excited, like to embrace the new challenge. But the moment I quit Espresso Lab and started my business, that was painful. It was scary. It's the first time that I wouldn't have a paycheck, and I have to build something from scratch.
And you're on your own?
With 3 partners.
Okay.
So luckily I have my partners. So that time, right? So it's very scary because you couldn't see a business in front of you. There is nothing there. You just know that I'm going to build it up. Yeah, and it's the kind of uncertainty you have to deal with. And then after some time, it sort of become a norm. Like it become normal. That kind of every day you don't know what's going to happen next. And then every day there might be new challenge coming, like attacking you. It sort of become a norm, and you sort of build that. It become a lifestyle. And then when I when I sold the company and go back to nothing, it was painful as well. It's another kind of painful because you went through a different type of struggle. That struggle is to figure out who am I? What should I do? That kind of struggle.
Okay.
Yeah,
but everyone, don't
so
you agree?
Every transition point, like it will be pain. But in the hindsight, you love the pain so much because it's like, whoa, it's like I did that. I went through that.
Do you agree that everyone has to go through that struggle of finding themselves in different parts of their lives?
I agree 100% because for myself, like today I can have the freedom, creative freedom to do things that I love. I might not be as rich as a lot of my friends, But I do think that I have a good life, a life that I love, because every day I'm able to work on the things that I'm passionate about. And I'm working with you on Petals, which is helping and empowering people to own their story. So those are the things that give me energy and makes me feel alive every day. So like I will wake up knowing that like I'm moving towards the direction that I want.
Brilliant, wonderful.
But there's all the struggles, all the pain. It is necessary.
And I think everyone goes through it. I think you and I are no different than anyone else. I think everyone goes through the same thing. It's just that they're going through in different times of their lives, or it could be while you're working in a corporate, or it could be someone who's not having a job at all. Everyone goes through their own little phase in life. And I kind of like disdain the idea that there's a certain there's a set path that everyone has to take. I mean, like some people just don't have to work in a corporate. Some people
fit in perfectly.
Some people don't have to become to create a company. I mean, like who says everybody has to create a company? Or like some people say that it doesn't mean that everyone has to get married. It's like what?
True.
Or everyone must have kids. So that the more I venture into different spaces, I realize that we are all, it's up to us to carve the life that we want to carve. Right. And whether it's, and most importantly, I hope that everyone carves a life to create value to people, for people. I mean, that's very important. Right? Not really just a life to stay in your room and don't do anything, right? Just carve a life to create value at least, right?
I do agree that I feel that some people are just happy with their life and they don't have the how to say, the calling or like the desire to venture further into themselves. And that's totally fine. But for some people like me, I don't know why, like I would ask questions. I will ask myself, am I growing? Am I connecting? Am I creating values? Am I loving? It's all that kind of question that leads you back to yourself. Because I feel that when you have doubt in life, the answer is never outside, it's always inside. That's when you will like come across the teaching of spirituality, meditation, and all kind of self-help and self-help materials. That's for those who need the journey, like who need the process of looking inwards. So
this being said, that we wish that all of you are here to share your stories with us, because it seems like we are always constantly talking to the computer. But we can see a lot of people joining right now. Isabel, you want to share about our meeting for next month?
All right.
And where is that place? That Buku place? That
Gerak Budaya.
Gerak Budaya.
So actually, can you share? I don't know the detail.
Okay.
This is being honest.
Okay. I don't really know details, but our colleague from Petals, she has just sealed a deal with a Gerak Budaya where it's like a bookstore for us to host our first gathering of people to come together to share ideas and share our stories together, so that we can connect in that way. It's next month, but we'll put the details together with this video, and if you all can join us, then it'll be great, because then we get to understand and learn from your own stories. As for now, we are just sharing, but we want to know also.
The essence of walking the talk is to live what we talk about, and we would like to engage everyone who listen to us, like in our real life, in our stories, and we can create stories and experiences together.
So Vincent, Kevin, Meru, Erin, Daniel, Vinci, Andy, Lee
no pain, no gain.
Shin Hui, please join us next month. We'll share the details, and it'll be nice to meet up and just talk about our stories.
So if you guys would like to read more of my work, you can see my work on my website. Is Isabelle, ISABELLE, and your website?
And my website is ROPT Create, CREATE.com.
All right, so that's the topic for this week. Be honest and accept and love all your imperfections. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we look forward to talk to you guys again next week.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.